What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for episode 9 of Dragon Ball Daima, ladies and gentlemen. Another great episode, once again, of Dragon Ball Daima, man. Definitely had some good character writing in this episode, man. We definitely had some good character, but obviously, this episode gets especially better than the last one, man, which was action-packed, amazingly well anime, which I actually did go back and check Sakagabura if there were more cuts of that episode that, Toei Perfect Shot just did post. Turns out there were, and actually the animator that did that cut of that cut of the episode with Goku and the Kamehameha and the like ridiculous, over the top, nonsensical camera movements was actually done by one of Toei's like most legendary animators. He's like one of the cornerstones of their team. I forget the dude's name. I did follow him on Twitter because I found he was on Twitter, so I am following him now. But yeah, and like the camera, that's like his thing. The obscene, over the top, nonsensical camera movements. That's like his style. He loves doing that. That's apparently like his style. Having the camera move around and almost disorient the viewer. He apparently also did work on a handful of time travel. So he even did the cut when Goku and Golden Frieza punch each other. When Golden Frieza was resurrected or taken back from hell or whatever to join the Tournament of Power. I don't know if he ever worked on the Broly movie at all. I checked his account. I looked through some of the PTI of Sakagabura. Didn't see anything from the Broly movie, so I don't know if he worked on it or I just didn't check or I didn't just go far enough to see if he actually did work on it. But yeah, man. So great. So yeah, hopefully, and apparently, and I saw something, he does apparently appear in a later episode of Daima again. Apparently, I saw a tweet, when I was Googling him, I saw a tweet from Gatem pop up about it. So we'll see him again. That's cool. But yeah, man. Anyway, guys, so yeah, enough jibba jabba. Let's just jump right into the actual episode. So we start the episode off with the crew once again on the plane, just driving, whatever you want to say, flying around. And Pansy, she's getting a bit tired. She's thinking it's time to rest. They are thinking about the one thing. I think it was like the Supreme Kai mentioned that they should go camping. Suggested that they should remain hidden and go camping once again. Pansy is tired of camping. She wants to sleep on an actual goddamn bed. And you know what? Fair enough. So she starts begging, pleading Glorio to finally take her to a hotel so that she can sleep on a bed and take a shower. So then she actually has a bright idea while Goku is sleeping with the Dragon Ball. She grabs this bare beanie she has and just throws it on his head, covering up his spiky hair. And so then, and Glorio's like, alright, fair enough, because with this on, he looks like any normal kid, minus the power pull the Dragon Ball and of course the orange and blue gi. But hey, who cares? But I digress. Anyway, so he agrees, so they head over to a nearby hotel that just happened to be right in front of them. A bit convenient, I say. So they land. They mention how they probably should, that the power pole is still very distinct, so they should probably leave it on the plane, as well as they can't have the Dragon Ball just hang. They can't just have it exposed like that. So Pansy then grabs a bag she had around there and puts the Dragon Ball in there to cover it up, and they leave the power pole in the plane. Did anyone else gonna have the thought back and no, that's not a good idea, bro, because, it might get stolen again. Because obviously, remember, last time we went to their plane got stolen, and that's what happened to Vegeta later on in the episode. We'll talk about that when, of course, we get there, which I thought was pretty funny. That would happen to Vegeta's team as well, with their plane also getting stolen. But anyway, they walk into the hotel. There's a couple guys that they're kind of looking at them, sizing them up, ladies and gentlemen. And Gloria probably feels and he mentions that he's going to go get them a room. They'll house all four of them, and then they'll order room service, which was kind of surprising considering, as you guys remember, earlier on in the show, man. I don't know if Gloria actually does have money, or if he's just a cheapskate, or maybe he got a bonus or something. I don't know, because if you guys remember at the start of the series, in episode, I want to say 3 it was. It might have been episode 4, but I'm pretty sure it was 3. It might have been, or it could have been 2. When they first get to the Dream World, they go to the hotel. You guys know that when they got there, that Glory was like, oh, I got cash to burn. Can you guys share a room? And he got his own separate room. And now, man, it's like, oh, yeah, man, I'll get us a 4-room for all of us, man. We'll grab room service, which if you guys have been to any hotel, of course, room service is quite pricey. So, I don't know, man, it feels kind of at first it makes you he did have that, but then, of course, we find out he's working with Supreme Kai's sister. I'm slipping on her name. And, now he's low-key just flaunt, and now he's low-key just flaunt, low-key just throwing it out there and ready and I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's just really spending money, basically, than what we saw earlier in the season. And even if Pansy Man's damn, I didn't know he had that kind of cash. So, as this is all going down and Pansy and the Supreme Kai are chatting, Goku starts scratching his head, and eventually it becomes too much for him and he just straight up takes off the hat again. Mind you, in the middle of the lobby of this hotel, in front of the two crooks that we saw earlier on in this episode, like literally not even barely a minute ago, right in front so that they know that it's Goku. Man couldn't like go off and hide behind like a pillar or something, grab some cover, go to a bathroom, or hell, just wait, or just tough it out, and or just tough it out and just wait till they get to the hotel room to take the step. No. Goku, being the dumbass that he is like, nah, man, I'm gonna take my hat off right in the middle, right in this crowded area, open where people can know that it's me. Of course, the Supreme Kai and Pansy are both flabbergasted, especially the Supreme Kai. This man looks like he just witnessed a fucking murder with how shocked he is, man. He looks like he saw something that he should not have seen, man. Seriously, his facial expression here, man, is fucking perfect. This is fucking meme-worthy, man. Not gonna lie, this is meme-worthy. So Pansy, he's like, sorry, my hair gets itchy. My hair was so itchy inside of it. And Pansy, like, tells him to put it back on and just throws it right back on his head. Of course, to the shock of nobody, the two crooks we saw earlier did indeed see all of this happen in this wide-ass open room. And they're like, yeah, you see kid looks like that. Yeah, that spherical bat's gotta be the Dragon Ball. And they're like, yeah. So, we then get back to Pansy when they're in the hotel room. She has finally gotten out of the shower, man. Her skin is glowing, which is kind of interesting because you guys know it's all in the next episode preview. It seems like Bulma gets some sort of face cream or something that makes her skin softer because her face has that same sort of like sheen or glow, that like sheen to it that Pansy has in this shot right here. In this part of the episode when she just got out of the shower. Like, I know it has like the same sheen to it that we saw in this episode in the next episode preview. But anyway. And then, after that, she then tells Goku to shower. And then I find out, I finally understand why so many anime fans love Goku. Because he refuses to fucking shower! Lily man's like, why? Why do I have to shower? It's like, bro, you are a grown-ass man. Yeah, he's a Saiyan. It probably doesn't bother him as much compared to, like, Chi-Chi or really anyone else. I don't know if Vegeta's like this as well. I'd like to think Vegeta, is not being the prince of all Saiyans, is not a slob like Goku, and does take showers without having been told to. But whatever the case may be, yeah, I finally get why some people love Goku. He literally, just like anime fans, he refuses to take a fucking shower. Oh my goodness, man. So, Pansy tells him to take a shower, man. Like I said, he whines about it, then she throws him a rubber duck. He's like, fine, and goes and takes the shower. But then Pansy asks him where his change of clothes is, and of course Goku didn't bring any because why the fuck would it? We've only ever seen Goku wear this outfit. Literally, we've only ever seen him wear his gi. Maybe he'll occasionally wear something else, but 9 times out of 10 in Dragon Ball, probably since the beginning of the series in the original Dragon Ball, he's only worn his gi. So the Pansy offers to give her some of her clothes, which I'm kind of surprised they even fit Goku. I mean, yeah, they are both kids and they're probably around the same height, but like, I'm pretty sure girl clothes fit different than men's clothes. But then again, this is a demon world and I'm probably overthinking this. Either way, man, once again, Goku also has that sheen on his face as well that we saw from Bulma in the next episode preview. And we also see him in this nice shirt, which honestly, man, I love this shirt, man. I kind of wish he kept this fit for longer than an episode, man. It reminded me a lot of Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad. If you guys remember, he had like a yellow shirt on throughout the entire movie. It kind of had the same vibe as this fit for Goku, man. Which I dug that look in the Suicide Squad for Rick Flag. I like the shirt. I wish you kind of kept it on a little bit longer throughout for more than just like half an episode, man. I wish this kind of went into the next because I really dig this fit that he's wearing right here. Anyway, by the time Goku's out there, room service is there, man. They eat like kids, and they got like some burritos with some like purple lemons, or maybe those are limes. I'm not sure. Some dipping sauce, some other stuff. There's wine here, some big ass crab claws, man. They eat like kings, man. And you know this shit was not cheap, man. You know this shit was not cheap. So I guess Glory has a lot of money. He was just a cheapskate at the start of the series, or maybe he got a bonus or something. I don't fucking know. Or more, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, they are enjoying their dinner. So as they're enjoying their dinner, we get a shot of the Dragon Ball just chilling out by a window. I don't know why you put it near a window out in the open, but whatever. Like I said, I probably overthink it. Which also, one other thing I forgot to mention, that I think it's all but confirmed at this point that the running joke about Goku mispronouncing Glorio's name is just dead now. Since that episode, man hasn't said Glorio's name once. Like, it just never has come up. So I just think that running joke is just now dead. Just dead now. Anyway, so they eventually, as they're eating, they hear some ruckus outside. There's a wolf man going out there going crazy, which ended up being a diversion for the bird guy. The guy, yeah, bird guy. Although I guess you could say it looks like a tridactyl, whatever the flying dinosaur is, whatever. This bird creature comes in there, breaks through the window, and grabs her up. I must say though, I fucking love the way this is storyboard. I love the upward angle it goes with this man as he like goes in there, grabs the Dragon Ball and leaves it. I love the way this was shot. And the storyboarding here was phenomenal. So then Gloria rushes back in there with his gun out and ready to take him out, but he ends up escaping before they can do it. Goku tries to give chase, but he can't find him. And then Bud Pansy has a plan where she should put a tracker on the Dragon Ball. So now her device that I mentioned that looks like a Dragon Radar, but it's like a phone or whatever, is now literally just a Dragon Radar. It is now literally a Dragon Radar. And they found out where the Dragon Ball is, and it's literally right above them. They ended up escaping upward. So then the dude transforms back to his human form. He meets up with this other guy, man. They're celebrating the dragon, like, oh yeah! That's what he sounds like. The dude's like, the dude got like a really like thick southern accent going on here. Oh yeah, a real live Dragon Ball. And while they're going to Goku says, but you can't use it for anything. He's like, well, yeah, you need all three for that, but there's still tons of people that buy a high price for one of these. And then they realize that Goku's behind them, and so they obviously try to run away from Goku and retrieve the Dragon Ball after he asks, like, hey, can you give it? Hey, it's our Dragon Ball. Can you give it back? They just run. Goku does some like stretch and crack, some knuckles, man does CM Punk's little like wrist spinning, rotating wrist thing he does. I don't know. Does this thing have an actual like name to it? I just know it's like something Punk always did before his matches, was always like rotating his wrist together, like intertwining his head, just rotating his wrist. That's probably where most people know it from too. Is CM Punk. He still does it to this day now. He still, not as much as he used to, I noticed, but like definitely back in the day, like in 2011, 2012, 2013, he does a lot. Now since he moved to AEW and come back to WWE, he hasn't done this as much, man. Which, Jesus Christ, man. Elimination Chamber, man. Just a short tangent right now, real quick, man. Pay-per-view of the decade. I'm just gonna call it right now. Elimination Chamber was pay-per-view of the decade, man. That shit was actually insane, man. Literally insane, man. Now, and after that match insanity, like yesterday, it's been one hell of a weekend. Black Torch is getting announced to be getting anime adaptation 7 years after the manga got axed, which is just insane to think about, man. I'm excited, man. I did a reaction to that video, which actually ended up doing pretty well, actually. Got some good views on it, a couple likes. But yeah, man, crazy weekend, Anyway, back to the episode. So Goku gets chased with these guys, keeps tossing them past the Dragon Ball between them as Goku gets chased. Eventually, finally manages to catch it, and that's where Glorio goes up and puts his wand to the sky, acknowledging his tribal chief. And of course, they want none of that, so they run away as he summons his like electric whip thing and takes care of the guards and yeets them into the next dimension like Team Rocket with a little star thing. Animation looks really good, man. I love the key art they did with the use of the shadowing they did on him. Really great work here, man. The key animation right here was really good. I really like this, and the effects were once again was fantastic. So the guys are back. Goku's back with the Dragon Ball. Pansy and Glorio share a little fist bump, which is pretty hyped to see, man. I was like, yeah, come on. So then she calls up her dad, and they find out that they're going to be rendezvous that Goku's team is going to rendezvous with Vegeta's team at Sword War tomorrow. So then they all drive. So then they all go off, and then like Supreme Kai is now, because it's a little iffy about them staying in this hotel and think that maybe they should go and camp out instead. Pansy obviously makes a good argument that if they leave now, they'd just be burning money, which, to be fair, they probably will be with how big this apartment is, or this hotel, I should say, and the food they have had. But the amount, like I said, Gloria didn't seem like a guy he liked to splurge with. That's the word I was looking for, splurge. To splurge my money compared to what we saw from the first episode, man. So I don't know if the dude actually is rich, he's just cheap, or if he got bullet or something and he's like, yo, I'm gonna splurge today. Whatever the case may be, they're in this big room, the shit wasn't cheap. So yeah, she's right. They will be burning money. They literally didn't actually sleep there. Goku offers himself to stay watch so that he can sleep. He does, and everyone else goes to bed. Goku stays up for like maybe an hour before he starts getting really tired. and then he's like struggling to keep his up, like slapping himself, and then he does this thing where like he's like forcing his eyelids to stay open, man. And, this shot looked absolutely insane. It was absolutely hilarious, man. I might just put this on the thumbnail, man, because this show is just too damn funny. So it's the next thing, man. I got the background here on this shot right here before we cut back to Glorio and Goku's asleep, man. Phenomenal, man. Like the backgrounds at Daima have been really good in places, man. I don't know who the background animator is. They got multiple people in the backgrounds for the show, man. Either way, Jesus Christ, they are clearly very talented because this is a beautiful shot. And I love the look of the clouds around it. And the effects of the clouds looked phenomenal as well. But the animation here was phenomenal. So they wake up and they find out that Goku is already sleeping. And Supreme Guy asks like, how long do you think you stay up? And then he mentions that nothing happened anyway, so you know, no harm, no foul. They get back on the plane. Goku's once again wearing the bear beanie, and they are now off on their way. And their plane didn't install like having last time. And as Glory mentions, no one is stupid enough, no one's crazy enough but us to steal a Jar Dario plane. Then after that, they fly off. We cut back to Bulma, and their plane indeed got, or as their chauffeur, let's call it, jacked. We got jacked, man. I mean, we jacked that plane, but someone jacked us. I really like this. I'm starting to really like this character, man. I really dig his vibe. Like, I'm really starting to dig this guy. I really dig his vibe. He's like, yeah, man. Like, we got jacked. He's funny. I like his vibe. So then Vegeta's all pissed. He's like, explain! It's like, I don't know. Maybe it was from those guys who beat up at the bar last night. We get a flashback to the barman. I gotta say, I love the look of this barman with the purple and the blue neon lights, man. Coloring here, man, was beautiful, man. This looked incredible. Not Goku. Vegeta has his tray with his dinner on. He's like, well, he's just chilling, minding his own business, going back to Bulma. He ends up bumping into somebody by accident, and then the dude's like, hey! Vegeta turns and was like, hey, man, you need to watch where you're going, kid. He goes to punch Vegeta, and of course, Vegeta makes quick work of the scrub. Two more of his goods comes in, which Vegeta makes quick work of again. Lila does Lila, and then just picks up his tray and walks back to Bulma like nothing happened, like the absolute goat that Vegeta is. You love to see it. So then their guy goes on about zombie game. It's a game we go into the forest and play zombie game. Whoever takes out more zombies win. Obviously, if you get bitten and zombified, you lose. And of course, any sane, rational person like Bulma, Piccolo like, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. And then Bulma asks him about what's with the eye on his belt, and we find out that's basically like because it's moving all around. It's like, yeah, I found it somewhere in the mountains, so I added it to my belt. This dude is weird, man, but I mean, I guess it does look cool. I will have to give him that. So then we get back over to King Gomon. Degasu is like, hey, taking a call from someone. I don't know if Glorio's like a double agent working for both of them, or if this is someone else entirely. But he receives a call, and then this is when Gomon, he's freaking out because he finds out the Earthlings are now in the Demon World trying to crack the Dragon Balls, man. Anything they live, they're here for the Namekian, and the character acting here is spectacular. This was easily animation highlight of the episode. The character acting is phenomenal, superb in this part of the episode with King Gomon absolutely losing his fucking shit about this whole thing with Goku, him finding they already have one of the Dragon Balls, and that happened yesterday. He's pissed off why he's only just now finding out about it. It's just spectacular as he is just wiling out. His face gets up bigger as he's like screaming at Degasu, man. It is just fucking perfect, man. I love this sequence, man. For both, and not just King Gomon. Degasu also had some really good character writing as well. But obviously, King Gomon was obviously the highlight of this. Seriously, man. I don't know who the animator was for this part of the episode, man. But shout out to them, man. This was some superb character acting I've seen, man. So then finally, Goku's team finally lands in there to what you would think pick up Vegeta. That's not what happened. In fact, I don't understand what the fuck was even the point of them even stopping by to pick up to go over to where Vegeta's at if they weren't going to pick him up. This was a massive waste of time because they get there, Vegeta and the others are obviously explain like, all right, Kakarot's finally here. Let's go back and go over to the second Demon World. That's not what happens because they don't have enough room for it because of their cargo. And the whole time I'm like, why did you even come here? Vegeta is obviously very understandably, I forget the word I was looking for, understandably pissed off with it because why would you show up in the thinking that you were going to pick him up if you weren't going to pick him up? Why did you even bother coming? This is nothing but a waste of time. This part of the episode made no goddamn sense to me. Did anyone else was left perplexed by this part of the episode? This made no sense. Why would you even come if you're not going to pick him up? Anyway, while Bulma and Pansy finally meets Piccolo, and she's like, you're a Namekian. I never seen one before." And she says after Vegeta's, no, as like I said, very understandably pissed off at the whole situation, pick Bulma as well about them coming, but yet not actually picking them up. Like they might have just told them to go fuck themselves at that point. That Pansy tells them that she'll call her dad and see if they can get a plane. They can finally get another plane for you guys, but it'll probably take a while. And so they head back over there. Like I said, Vegeta is furious, deservedly so, man. Cause like, what the fuck? Why'd you even bother coming? Seriously, like I do not get why they even bothered showing up if they weren't even gonna pick him up. What the fuck was the point of this other than to like give us an excuse for Pansy to meet Piccolo and Bulma and finally see Goku and Vegeta meet up once again? Like, what the fuck was the point of this? So they drive off there. Vegeta is pissed off, and so like once again, their guy meant like we can play. We got nothing but time and zombie games. Like we are not playing zombie games. The character writing on Bulma was really great as well. So after that, the rest of the scrubs that Vegeta beat up in the bar come back to finish the job and all jump on Vegeta with their numbers. The guy's like, I'll be back there with my chance with him while you guys sort this out. And so he leaves, man, and like I honestly the key art on this guy, man, the main leader guy with the green hair guy with like the spiked up shoulder pads, man. The character acting him on the key animation on him was really good, man. The drawings were really good on him. Then we got another guy that was like spinning this thing around. Animation looked wonky on this one because it'll spin around, stop spinning, and then just start spinning again by itself. You don't see him moving his wrists or anything to resume the spin or nothing. It's literally just spinning while the rest of his body is completely still. It looked really weird. I don't know how that got approved, however the animation director was, the corrector, man, unless they just ran out of time. They'll feel like, yeah, that makes sense. That looks good. Like, maybe that got touched up. Maybe that'll get touched up in the Blu-rays. They'll actually move his hands because I don't know. That just looked weird to me. Whatever the case may be, Vegeta charges up. I thought man was going to go straight into Super Saiyan and just dog on these fools. That doesn't happen. He stays in his base form, but does make quick work of these fools, and we get some really good key art from Vegeta and from his expressions, man. Like the lighting of him with like the shadowing around his eyes as he's like pissed off. And shout out to Call whatever his last name was, Junior, man. I think he's pretty good as Kid Vegeta, but obviously he's nowhere near as good as Chris Sabat. I'm just gonna say it right there, but I think he's pretty good as Vegeta. Now, we also haven't got much time with him, man. I think as the show progresses onward, we obviously get to Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I think I might have a better grasp and a better idea of his performance, and I'll probably give you guys a more well thought out, or I forget the word I'm looking for, man. I've been forgetting a lot of words after that. But yeah, a more well-realized opinion on his performance, I guess, from there. But so far, when he sounds pretty good. Anyway, so like I said, he just dogs on these guys, damn near one shots everyone, just makes quick work of these fools. Animation looked really good, and I love the final shot with Vegeta with his arms crossed with his foot on the head of their leader since he stands tall, man. Like I might just make this one shot the fucking thumbnail, not gonna lie, because you guys know me, I love Vegeta. So this was fucking awesome, man. This was probably my favorite part of the episode, man, not gonna lie. This was awesome. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier, but yeah, these guys do confirm that they're the ones that stole Vegeta's plate. But as I say, it makes quick work. I love some of the animation here, like we see Vegeta slowly like jumping over one guy and flipping around all in slow-mo. There was a part where I think they might have switched to CG for like one singular shot for a quick second. I could be wrong on that one. Like I mentioned earlier, it looked like it was like they reused like maybe like the superhero model or something. But I don't know, it could just been the lighting too of how this was about. But there was a part where I was like, did they switch to CG for that one? There was a part later on the episode with Majin Buu where they definitely used CG. But there was some of this part where I was like, did they switch to CG for that? Not saying it's bad. It looked good. I'm just saying it looked different. Anyway, so like I said, Vegeta takes care of quick work of these guys. One of the other guys is like, yeah, you damn goblin. You know, he tells the other guys to take him out. And the dude realizes he don't want none of Vegeta's smoke. And he looks at right before he's probably about to run away. Piccolo's behind him and takes him out, leaving just the horse guy alive. He starts shadow blocking, sizing up Piccolo, ready to throw down. And then Vegeta just hits him in his spine to take him out. And he's like, trash, couldn't even burn 2 minutes of my time. Like I said, Paul's good. He's not as good as Chris, but he's good. I like it. But like I said, I think we'll have to wait till later before I can make a fully informed. That's what I was looking for. Informed opinion, Jesus, of his performance. But I think he's pretty good as Kid Vegeta. Anyway, So then he like grabs their leader, which no, this shot looked hilarious because obviously Vegeta's a kid, so he's still short, but yeah, he's still like holding this guy up by his scarf. But because of the side of this dude's literally just dead, is like standing on his knees, just dangling, just with the rest of his body just like laying on the floor. It did look pretty funny. And he's like, he's like, yeah, we took your plane. It's just outside there. We're sorry, sir, for taking it. And then we head over back to Supreme Kai's sister, where they're the fission touches on Majin Ku. This time, what's what So we also they use like they use the Cybermen as the base of it, man. And the witch makes it very clear, like, hey, you must dig the seed only 5 centimeters deep, no more. She was like really harping on that, but she does. And so she mentions how it used to be really easy to get Cybermen, but since she is like open to trade to selling these to outsiders, which I'm assuming she probably means Vegeta and Nappa from, of course, remember from the Saiyan saga. Was that the only time the Cybermen appeared? Did they appear anywhere else in the canon material? I'm sure they were probably reused in movies and games and whatnot, but I'm trying to remember if there were any other times they were used in the canon material besides the Saiyan saga. I think that might have been it, but there might have been other times I'm forgetting. Anyway, but now it's kind of hard to find. It's kind of hard for her to find Cybermen. She only has 2 left. So they only use one of them to finally put the final touches on Majin Ku, which I did see there was a double announcement from the VA on who voiced him. I don't remember the dude's name, but I did see the cast announcement for that one to post when this episode dropped on Friday. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, where we end the episode off with her telling the Majin Ku to take out Tamagami 1 and bring back the Dragon Ball. Great, fantastic episode, man. This episode was an absolute blast, man. I loved it. Phenomenal character acting, man. Really strong drawing throughout a good chunk of it, man. And obviously, Vegeta being a quick work with Scrooge, man, is always a good day for me. You guys know how much I love Vegeta. But anyway, guys, that's comes the video off. This is probably the longest Daima review to date, probably, with how much I've just been rambling. But anyway, guys, overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, fuck, actually, I'm going to give this a 9.5 because the character acting and overall animation drawing quality, and of course, Vegeta, was just that good, man. Fuck it. We're giving it an extra decimal point. A 9.5 out of 10, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. You like if you did, subscribe if you do. Follow me socially if you like it. Links are dropped below, and there's also back for more. See you guys. Also, by the way, guys, if this review gets delayed, it's because Revolution's today. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, but yeah, Revolution, so if it's delayed, that's why. Sorry. Anyway, see you guys next time.